Miss Martinez is my favorite teacher because she teaches us reading.
Shortly after I started teaching, I went for my master's, and then I was encouraged to get National Board Certified. So I went and did that, and it just continued to open up so much knowledge on how to better improve my teaching so that I could really impact learning for our students. I've always worked in inner city schools, and so I know lots of adversity that students come with. And when I continue to grow, it just continues to help me, push their learning further. And I love inner city. It's who I am. I always say I am the face of an EL. I'm the face of a single mom.
She does exciting stuff because we like to read with her.
It really is humbling. I think as a child, my mom always instilled in me how blessed and lucky we were. She always used the word lucky. You're so lucky. And she was an English learner herself. And she would say, you're so lucky to go to school. I wish I got to go to school in Mexico. You're so lucky that every day you get to go and listen to teachers share their knowledge with you. And so we always saw school as a blessing. We always saw school as, yay, we get to go to school, and we were those kids that were excited to come to school. And that's just what I want to do now for my students. I want them to see school as a safe environment, somewhere where they're going to come to get nurtured and fed spiritually and fed intellectually. My parents divorced at a young age, and when my mom, with her 3 daughters, she was wondering, what am I going to do now with 3 daughters? And so she moved us to Mexico. And so I actually went to school in Mexico for about 6 months when I was between 8 and 9. And I didn't get to go to school every day because it was a very rural village. And the teacher would show up whenever he wanted to. It wasn't consistent. It was that one-room schoolhouse where everybody was doing the same thing, copying the same problems off the chalkboard. Our morning routine was carrying buckets of water to fill this container so that we could have our sewage system work. And I moved a lot as a kid. I mean, my parents were always the ones looking for cheaper rent. I was in 5th grade when I met that one teacher that I saw valued me and saw me as a person. And as an adult now, value my adverse situations that I was in, because now I grew from them. And I took some really tough situations and I made it into something great.
Miss Martinez deserves this because she works as hard as she can with all of these groups.
I have such an incredible support. It's all about the village. It really is my husband and my daughter who are just so supportive, and anything they can do to help me. It starts at home, and it starts with my mom, who always encouraged us, always made sure that we were fed and ready for school, made sure that we were respectful at school, and made sure that we were there with a purpose. I think when we really understand that we're all in it to grow children into these amazing human beings, everything falls into place.
Miss Martinez, I want to thank you because you're helping me read better and be good at things, like making me read better because you're so nice, and thank you for helping me read better.